Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Techniques, Tips, and Advice on Rubber Stamping with Lori Krause. Today we're going to make this super easy Christmas card. This is a great one for a Stamp-A-Stack. They can make 5 or 10 of them in just a short period of time. Very little stamping. They do need a little bit of drying time because it has some dazzling details on it. But here we go. Let's get started. So I've taken a half a sheet of white, Whisper White, and that's 8.5 by 5.5. Of course, scored it at 4 1/4 and folded that in half. So we'll put that in our little pile. Then we have a piece of Mossy Meadow, my totally favorite green. I hope this lasts forever. I know it won't, but I hope it does. And this is 5 by 3 3/4. And then I have a piece of Whisper White again, and that's just cut down 1/8 of an inch, so that is a nice little skinny layer. So what we're going to do, I'll show you how I did this, super simple. So I'm going to take my stamp from Ornamental Pines. This is the big pine stamp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Mossy Meadow ink pad, and I'm only going to ink up the pine needles, not the stem. No stem here. And then what I'm going to do is get this a little closer for you guys. And I came down here and I stamped it kind of like that down in this corner, kind of like that. Okay. And again, a little more ink. Okay, so I've got some stamp. Now, I flipped it around, and I'm going to do the same thing. Again, try not to get the stamp inked up on the stem. That'll help create a nice area here to actually put your greeting. So we'll leave that alone for a minute, and got a nice little skinny piece here. What I did for my ladies that came to Stamp-A-Stack, I had them all cut in 3/4 inch by, say, 5 inches long. That way they could stamp their greeting and make sure that it was exactly how they wanted it. And then, and this one, of course, has a little blip on it, so I guess I'm going to keep stamping until I get my blip out of there. Got caught a little edge with my ink pad. So there, that one's better. So I have Merry Christmas. What I did is I just had them, we're going to use snail, go ahead and snail this to their card. They could put the greeting kind of anywhere they wanted it. If they wanted it on the edge or they wanted it in the middle, they could kind of choose where they put their greeting. And then I just had them take a pair of snips, and from the back, because it's usually easier, I had them just go ahead and snip off the ends like that, and they could get rid of that. So this is what they had. It's a little off-center, which I liked. And then, just real quick, a little more snail in all 4 corners. You guys know how to do that, so you don't need me to show you. I just use always about, oh, I don't know, 1 inch in every corner. So then I have it on the Mossy Meadow. Then, of course, we popped it up. Now, if you want them to go through the mail, you might not want to pop them up. Sometimes at my post office, I know it always costs me an extra 20 cents if anything's popped up. Drives me crazy. They should be happy that we're all making and sending cards instead of raising the postage. But, oh well. It is what it is. And I guess, you know what, we've already spent the time making it and creating the card. We might as well mail it. And I guess who cares if it costs 70 cents to mail or whatever it is. So there's that portion of the card. Now, I've taken some Dazzling Details Cherry Cobbler. And all I did was Put some nice little berries, kind of in little clusters. Added that, and then I also added a pine cone here and there, just for a little brown, another color. And this dazzling details works really super. Now it's self-leveling, so you can give it a little squirt and then it will kind of flatten out, so you don't have to worry. It won't end up like a big glob like that. It'll actually end up like a little flat area. That's how it'll end up. Anyway, this is a super easy card for beginners, and you know, if you don't like the way we did this banner, you could punch it out with something or make it smaller and kind of trim it to the size that you want. But I felt 3/4 of an inch here was a really good size. That way they could either center it, get really fussy. They could, you know, put it all the way to the left, all the way to the right, and really get a lot of bang for their buck. So, super easy card. Christmas is coming. You better get those going. So, we'll see you soon in Deerland. Bye-bye.